Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. On behalf of Sikh community, I thank you for being here today to commemorate ANZAC Day. We gather together, united in remembrance, gratitude and respect to honor the sacrifices made by the men and women of Australian and New Zealand Army Corps and Sikh soldiers who fought in conflicts for our freedom and way of life. ANZAC Day is not just about remembering those who fought in the First World War. It is a day to honor all who have served in the defense of our nation, in every conflict and in times of peace. It is a day of reflection, reflecting on the courage, the sacrifice, and the incredible resilience shown by those who served and continue to serve. On 25th of April 1915, ANZACs landed on Gallipoli Peninsula as part of the Allied campaign to seize control of Dardanelles and open a supply route to Russia. The campaign was unsuccessful with heavy casualties. However, the ANZAC's courage was remarked as the resilience and camaraderie which became the national identity for Australia and New Zealand.
Radical Party, hold. Radical Party, outwards. Done. Radical Party, Western arms. Reverse. Radical Party, Western arms. Reverse.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. It is an honour to join you for the Sikh ANZAC War Memorial here at Glenwood Lake Park, a place of solemn remembrance and deep respect. And as we gather here today, we honour the brave servicemen and women who gave their lives for our freedom. And also to shine a light on a remarkable chapter of our shared history, the story of the Sikh soldiers who fought valiantly alongside the ANZACs at Gallipoli. Today we honour our unsung heroes and their heritage, our Sikh soldiers who served with distinction, resilience and unmatched courage. In the trenches of Gallipoli, they stood shoulder to shoulder with Australian and New Zealand troops, united by the values that defined the ANZAC spirit: endurance, courage, ingenuity, good humour and mateship, but also bringing their own through sewa and sacrifice. Their stories are often not as widely known, but they are no less remarkable. Sikh soldiers with their heads held high and spirits unbreakable fought with loyalty and honour. They served under the harshest of conditions, showing unwavering commitment in the face of unthinkable adversity. Their courage did not go unnoticed.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Sat Sri Akal, everybody. Thank you for being here today. It is my great honour and privilege to be standing before you representing the Premier of New South Wales at today's service, and I want to make my acknowledgement to all of the community who have shown up today to pay their respects to the Sikh community's contribution. I acknowledge in the crowd today we have the Honourable Member for Blacktown, Stephen Barley, we have Councillors Maninder Singh and Julie Griffiths, and in particular I want to acknowledge Michelle Rowland, who has taken time out from the federal campaign to be with us today in acknowledgement of how important this day is for everybody. And today we recognise the valour and contributions of Sikh soldiers at Gallipoli and beyond.
Thank you very much. It's a great honour to be here. The Sikh warriors had serving side by side with the ANZAC soldiers through Gallipoli and other theatres of war. The element I'd just like to focus on today, as happens in so many of these ANZAC ceremonies, is also to talk about the importance of how do we drive forward peace. Essentially, we've seen the devastation of war where our returned service people come back after the war, and the families and the community have to support people, whether it's World War I through to the modern era. And we're seeing the same pain going through with the current conflicts around. But essentially it's the whole community that benefits. We today here in Australia have benefited from the ANZACs, from the Sikh warriors, from everyone that's fought for democracy. We also have to fight for peace.
It's a great honour to have a Sikh memorial for the thousands and thousands of Sikhs that sacrificed their life for world peace, right in the backyard of the biggest Punjabi-speaking population, also the second biggest in Australia, which is Blacktown LGA. We've been beaten by Melbourne. I think we need to do something about that. I won't take much of your time. I will share a context from my speech yesterday at Cabrabell Diggers Club. As many as of 19 Sikhs enlisted for the Australian Imperial Forces during World War I, and records show that at least 16 of them were recruited, and one soldier died in action named Saran Singh. Professor Peter Stanley's book, Indians in Gallipoli, 1915, shows the number of Sikhs and Aussies were close mates, as we are today. Many Anzacs wrote about the bravery of Sikh Karam Singh, who is said to have continued to issue orders to his troops even after he had been hit by a shell and blinded by it. A very famous Australian Anzac, John Simpson, used to stay with the Sikhs as he preferred the fresh cooked curries and chapatis over the ration bully beef. And I think Sikhs have carried on that tradition in days of disaster and ongoing to serve communities in need. And I want to thank each and every one of the community volunteers that make that possible. And also to acknowledge the contribution of our forefathers when they first came to Australia under the White Australia policy, to give back, to volunteer. They weren't asked to enlist, they volunteered to give back. So this is the legacy of Sikhs, and here in Australia and worldwide. And I want to thank each and every one of you making time out today, and congratulations to the whole community for hosting this event. Thank you. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Greetings to everyone who's here is present. This is a time who uplifts the spirits and it's religious for Sikhs. And I would like to all of the Sikhs present here to support me and go along with me as well. Bole so nihal देह शिवावर मोए हैं शुभ कर मन ते कब हूँ ना टरो शुभ कर मन ते कब हूँ ना टरो.
Oh, look, welcome everybody that's down here today at our Sikh Memorial Service. It was originally started with the Vichar Foundation, where we actually built a memorial to actually acknowledge all the Sikh men and women who died in the wars across the world. And we thank them for their services. We thank everyone that's come here today in memory of Sikh soldiers, men and women, and thank everyone for coming to spend their time down here at Glenwood. So, Sastikal Ji, thank you.
Warren Kirby, State Member for Riverstone, here at such an important day. The Sikh War Memorial here in Glenwood is an acknowledgement of the hard-fought battles that Sikh soldiers have fought side by side with Australians from the very beginning of the ANZAC spirit right through to the most recent wars that we've fought. Time and time again, the Sikh community, the people of the Sikh faith have come together and fought alongside Australian soldiers, showing their bravery, showing their commitment and showing their mateship. You know, we have a society now who comes together in the bonds of friendship, in the bonds of mateship, and many of that has been forged in the crucible of war. The Sikh community showing their dedication to peace, their dedication to world security, and in large part we have the peaceful, beautiful, multicultural society that we enjoy today thanks to the Sikh community coming together with the Australian community, putting their lives on the line, all for the sake of peace.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we have gathered here to celebrate the strength, to celebrate the lives the Sikh soldiers has given at Gallipoli, and we here in Australia, as a community, as a united community, as a multicultural community, we actually pay our tributes and give them honor who has given their lives and who have spent their sacrifices their entire lives and their journey on this planet Earth. They just dedicated that for the service of men and women, for the service of planet Earth, for the service of their country, and we truly pay our tribute and respect them. This legacy, we must keep it ongoing. We must keep it from generations to generation. And as a Sikh comrades, we are actually recognizing their huge contribution to the whole nation, to the whole country, not only to Australia but to the entire globe. Wherever they always come at front and they always dedicate their life. So today the veterans were here, many MPs were here. As community members, we all gathered here, and that's the effort by Australian Sikh Association has been taken to pay the tribute to the ex-veterans and to the others who have sacrificed their lives at Gallipoli. Thank you so much, and it's as I said, it's my extreme honor to be a part of this event. And I must say, events like that keep on happening, must be there, because it's not only propagating and leaving the legacy for our generations. It is a duty. It is a duty to remember them always there, and lest we forget. Thank you.
Thank you.
They went with the songs to the battle. They were young, they were strong, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end, against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So it's a really great time, and I acknowledge everybody who is present. I first acknowledge that we are meeting on direct land, and I pay my respect to elders past, present and emerging. Sincerely thanks to especially the young cadets in the uniform who gave a wonderful service today, and Michael from New Zealand High Commission, Michelle Rowland, the other MPs, Warren Kirby, Stephen Bali, and the RSL dignitaries from Blacktown and Riverstone, Bruce Shaw. We were in the Riverstone yesterday with the Bruce, and I think community has done a great job today. So thank you very much, and especially I thank the members of the community, Australian Sikh Association, the members community, the Nishan Singh Ji and Menga Singh Ji.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, veterans and friends, as we draw the ceremony to close, we take a moment to reflect deeply on the significance of ANZAC Day. Today we have come together to remember the courage, sacrifice and service of men and women who have served our nation, particularly those who fought in the ANZAC campaign at Gallipoli and in the conflicts of around the world. We stand here united for their sacrifice, acknowledging the challenges they faced and the incredible strength and demonstrated in the face of diversity. Their legacy is not only one of the bravery and the resilience, but one of the shapes, the very fabric of our national identity. As we honor them today, we also recognize the families and the communities who have supported our service, men and women. The grief, the pride, the unwavering commitment from loved ones at home is a part of the ANZAC story, a story that continues to be written by each generation that follows. To the veterans present here today, we say thank you. Your service will never be forgotten, and your example will continue to inspire us, the generation who follow in your footsteps. Let us live here today with the renewed sense of purpose, determined to honor the memory of those who served and to ensure their sacrifice are not in vain. May we always stand together as a nation, uphold the values of courage and mateship that we have been passed down to us. As we walk forward, let us remember that the spirit of ANZAC lives on each of us in the way we care for one another, in the way we face adversity, and in the way we work together a better future. Thank you, and last we forget.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ ਗਲੈਨਵੁੱਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਵਾਰ ਮੈਮੋਰੀਅਲ ਬਣਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ ਐਨਜ਼ੈਕ ਡੇ ਮਨਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਾਰੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਆਈ ਆ। ਤੋ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਦਿਨ ਦੀ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਬਾਦ ਵੀ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੱਜਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ। ਬਹੁਤ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਪਾਰਲੀਮੈਂਟ ਮਿਸ਼ਲ ਰੋਲਨ, ਵਾਰਨ ਕਰਬੀ, ਸਟੀਵਨ ਬਾਲੀ ਆਏ ਨੇ, ਨਿਊਜ਼ੀਲੈਂਡ ਹਾਈ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨਰ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਆਏ ਸੀ, RSL ਕਲੱਬ ਤੋਂ, ਬਲੈਕਟਾਊਨ ਤੋਂ ਤੇ ਰਿਵਰਸਟਨ ਤੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੀ ਨੁਮਾਇੰਦੇ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ। ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਲੱਗਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਫੌਜੀਆਂ ਦੀ, ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੀ ਜੋ ਯੋਗਦਾਨ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਵਿਚਾਰਾਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਸ਼ਾਅੱਲਾ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੀ ਮੁਬਾਰਕ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਔਰ ਮੈਂ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਮੈਮੋਰੀਅਲ ਕਲੱਬ ਦਾ, ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਅਨ ਸਿੱਖ ਐਸੋਸੀਏਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਸੱਜਣਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਉਪਰਾਲੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਸੇ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਔਰ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਯਾਦਗਾਰ ਮਨਾਉਂਦੇ ਰਹੀਏ। ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।
Afternoon. I'd just like to say it's an honour for me to be invited here today as a returned serviceman to join the Sikh men who served in the war and fought with our men in the First World War and many other conflicts. I hope I'm invited back next year because it makes me very proud just to be here and be able to come and join with the people who we have got a very good affiliation with. Thank you.
Good afternoon. This afternoon we acknowledged the sacrifice of the Sikh soldiers in front of the memorial, the ANZAC Memorial here in Glenwood. As a New Zealand Army officer, it's truly humbling to be able to attend today's service and acknowledge the sacrifice of Sikh soldiers serving alongside Australian and New Zealand soldiers. The relationship and the fighting was 110 years ago today on the Gallipoli Peninsula and has continued through numerous battles, as I alluded to in my speech, where the Indian Field Hospital supported New Zealanders in Korea and more recently Vietnam. This year we look forward to Indian observation in upcoming exercises here in Australia, of which New Zealand and Australian troops will also be participating.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For all types of criminal law, family law, immigration law, conveyancing, and employment matters, please contact Tarandeep Singh on 0470 412 600.